The Transitional National Parliament convening its inaugural session, President Salva Kiir's address has sparked mixed reactions from members of the National Legislative Assembly. Kiir's speech, delivered amidst the backdrop of economic challenges gripping the nation, highlighted his government's commitment to addressing pressing issues while resembling the country's legislative body. In his address, President Kiir outlined strategies amid tackling the economic hurdles with a notable emphasis on boosting the agricultural sector to diminish reliance on oil revenue, which has been disrupted by the ongoing Sudan conflict. While some parliamentarians voiced support for the president's speech and his plans to confront economic adversity, others remain skeptical, urging for more concrete measures to tackle the nation's current predicament. Deng Dao, a parliament member under the SPLA-IG ticket, commended the president's focus on security and political stability in the region, finding his speech convincing in addressing the economic challenges.
The content, the letter and the text itself is very convincing and very important, ranging from what the South Sudan is, as a country, is currently facing and how this country will get out of this current economic situation by introducing agricultural productivity, because our import is only on oil. He also promised that South Sudan government is working to correct and to work on the issue of peace in Sudan, so that our oil export can also continue, but Sudan peace is also paramount to him. His Excellency the President have talked about the issue of security and the political instability in the region of East Africa. The chairperson of East African Head of State Summit, he traveled across East African countries to participate, to discuss the issues of peace process in Eastern Congo, but also both the Nairobi process and Luanda process to bring a peace between Congo and Rwanda. His Excellency has also talked about the issue of youth and employment, which is a very great concern to all of us. As a representative of people, he tackled and he addressed himself to the issue of youth and employment. And he discussed ways and means for the government and private sector to be able to address the issue of youth and employment. His Excellency also talked about the issue of education, and particularly the quality education for our children across the country. He also talked about the issue of improving the electricity, the access to electricity by all households, and ways and means from Uganda and from Ethiopia. So the message is very contented and is full, and the reassurance that he himself and his colleagues, the first Vice President, will work together so that this country should not slip back to war. This is what we hear better as members, as representatives of people. We don't want people of South Sudan to go back to war. We need people of South Sudan to go back to their home, those who are in refuge to come back to the country.
Similarly, another member expressed appreciation for the president's acknowledgement of inflation and welcomed the proposed steps to alleviate economic hardship.
The speech of the president covered a lot of things. And the major issue it is the inflations, about the situation, the current situation in the financial issues. And we know the opening of the parliament maybe help a bit on this situation we are in terms of financials and in terms of some laws who remain on the implementation of the RCs, which will end with the election on December.
Samuel Lotte, representing Torit County under the South Sudan Opposition Alliance, expressed satisfaction with Kiir's commitment not to return the country to war.
We had a lot of situations that requires urgent interventions. We are glad that the security in the country is so far serene. We are glad that the people also are trying to embrace peace. And we are very happy that the president has made a pledge that he will not take this country to war. Indeed, we need peace in order for us to be able to be productive. We need peace for our children to be able to go to school, and we need peace to be able to sustain our economy. We as members of parliament are going to take advantage of this situation to advocate for policies that are going to help our people to do more production and for prudent financial management also within the government system so that our public gets the right services that they require.
Dr. Gada James, representing Yei River County under SPLA-IG, welcomed the president's address for setting the policy and direction for the entire nation and its institution.
His policy gives a direction for the whole nation and also the whole institutions. And mostly he has mentioned the issue of agriculture. And agriculture, it is very important for our citizens also to cultivate and also produce and also to give input. And also it can contribute into the sustainability of the economy of this country. But without peace, it cannot. But we had also in the policy that the president stated very well that he is not taking this country into war again.
However, not all responses were affirmative. Joma Zakaria Deng, representing Jur River County under SPLM-IO, voiced dissatisfaction with the president's speech, calling for more crucial actions to tackle the economic crisis. He argued that the speech lacked radical solutions to address the prevailing challenges.
لما نيجي نتكلم في خطاب بتاع الرئيس يتكلم انه الانتخابات راح يقوم. الانتخابات لما احنا نتكلم عن انتخابات ما حدث، انتخابات برنامج. احنا لما نتكلم عن انتخابات داير انه يكون في وضع امني مستقر. احنا الترتيبات الامنيه لحد هسه خرجوا البيجوان حتى الديبلويمنت بتاعتهم على مستوى بتاع الولايات العشره ما يكتمل. الكمان الصف الثاني بتاع القيادات ما يكتمل. ففي تحديات يعني داير يتم تناوله بالمسؤوليه. خطاب الرئيس حتى في مساله بتاع انه مثلا الرئيس قال انه يا اخي افتتاح كبري في واحد من انجازات الحكومه، ده ما من انجازات الحكومه، دي منها من الحكومه الصينيه. فلحد هسه الحكومه ما عندها دور فعال. فنحن في الدوره اللي جاي ده احنا راح نكون يعني نفقد الجهاز التنفيذي، انه الجهاز التنفيذي يلبي تطلعات بتاع المواطنين.
Echoing similar sentiments, Joel Ngomngek welcomed the president's address but highlighted the absence of accountability issues within it.
I think President was honest enough. He has pointed out some of the issues, like issues of youth employment. This has been where my interest has been. The youth employment in this country is a major issue that the government must pay attention to. And as a member of SPLM-IO, this is one of the reasons why I came to the opposition. I need the citizens of the country to benefit from the operation of the government. That was one of the issues which the president considered in his speech, the youth employment. Second, the issue of investment. The president did it, but one issue the president did not put into account was the issue of accountability, also corruption. Corruption in the country is everywhere. Why don't we talk about it and control it? It's everywhere up to the local government level, and we must fight it. If it means taking people to prosecute them in court, we must prosecute them. We need to activate the anti-corruption body, including coming up with anti-corruption court to prosecute everybody who is corrupt. So the president did not concentrate much on issue of accountability. Without accountability, the investment itself cannot go on. That is what I was expecting. Second, the last part of the president, because president has outlined several issues which I agree with him. But how to implement these issues needs a practical approach. Needs a practical approach. And then finally, on the speech of the president, I have seen the last part is mentioning free, equitable and fair elections. This is where my interest was. I agree with the president that we need transition to democratic system where citizens are able to elect. But our system currently cannot allow it. You have seen the greatest threat to our democratic system is the issue of civic and political space. You have seen a member of the SPLM himself, this Kalisto, the former mayor of Juba City. This former official was arrested because he has spoken on issues affecting his own people, issues of land grabbing. When are we going to talk about them? And the party like SPLM-IG does not allow their own members even to speak within the party. So the members like the former mayor, who is now under a house arrest somewhere, was arrested because he spoke against the ills of land grabbing. And this one we are standing with him We should not allow our citizens to be robbed. We did not liberate the citizens in the country to be brought here and to be robbed. We must protect their rights.
Bol Joseph, representing Ural West County under the South Sudan Opposition Alliance, saw the reopening of the parliament as an opportunity to address the economic challenges facing the country.
The whole country has been waiting for the parliament to open so that we could also work on the laws related to elections. Elections cannot be carried out without legal institutions doing their part related to elections. This is very important now that there will be supplementary budgets for the three institutions, the NEC, which is National Electoral Commission, the NCRC, and the PPC. They have been crying, there is no budget, there is no budget. Now the next sitting should be talking about tabling the budgets for the three institutions.
As discussions progress in Parliament following the opening session, it's becoming obvious that while the President's efforts are known, there is a growing demand for more concrete actions to tackle South Sudan's difficult economic and political challenges. In coming days, the parliamentarians are expected to focus on addressing and analyzing President Kiir's speech within the parliamentary framework. Reporting for ITV, I'm Donna Emanya.